Good evening and welcome to another live Lighthouse Cafe TV broadcast. Noong nakaraang Hunyo 19 hanggang 23, that's of course June 19 to 23, 1 week, ay nagdiwang po ng 56th founding anniversary ang aking alma mater. At nagkaroon ng alumni night. Yan ang pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila or PLM, ang aking mahal na alma mater. Maganda ang naging mga kaganapan sa linggong iyon at nais nating magbalik tanaw sa naging kahalagahan ng pagdiriwang na ito. Kaya't abangan nyo ito. Sa talakayang iyan ay kasama natin si Madam DINA MENDEZ, ang OIC ng Public Affairs Office and Alumni Relations Officer ng PLM.
At sporty naman tayo, Bishop, as Coach JERSH Angeles, isang football coach of Northern Mariana Islands Football Association mula pa sa Saipan, joins us to talk about this team sport na sumisikat din sa Pilipinas. Abangan ninyo po ang kwentong yan sa ating Espresso Self. So we've prepared interesting topics for you tonight, so be with us for an hour of good talks. Ako po si Erica Abante.
At ako naman si Bishop Reuben Abante. Join us and let's have good talk over good coffee. Welcome to the Lighthouse Cafe. Ayan. At ngayon sa ating What's Brewing ay nag-iisa po tayo ngayon. Pero ayos lang yan. Binabati natin si Reza na ngayon ay nanganak na ng aking anong tawag dyan? Bunsong apo, na babae. Well, anyway, but we're so glad we can do this tonight. At kasama natin, napakahalaga ng ating pag-uusapan po ngayon sapagkat, ito'y mula pa sa aking alma mater. Ano po ang pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. And we're so glad to have with us tonight sa ating What's Brewing. Ano po ang pinaka-OIC ng Public Affairs Office at siya ang Alumni Relations Officer ng PLM. At narito si Madam DINA MENDEZ. Magandang araw sa iyo.
Magandang araw po. It's an honor, Bishop, to be here.
Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you. Alam mo, let me start with saying na mismong si President Leco ang aking nakausap noong pagdiriwang na yan. At sabi ko, i-feature natin ito sa aking Lighthouse Cafe talk show. Because alam mo, I would like everybody around to really get to know PLM. Kasi ang tingin yata ng iba, pang Maynila lang yan, pang syudad lang. Well, malaki ang impact ng PLM. Yeah. So, Madam DINA, palagay ko, ang unang-unang itatanong ko sa iyo is about the history ng PLM.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay po.
Tell us about it.
Well, actually, ang PLM po, I will touch on kailan siya talaga nag-start.
Yes.
It's actually the law, which is Republic Act 4139.
4139.
Was enacted in 1965. But there was no structure yet. The physical school was not built yet at that time. And PLM only accepted barely like 500 something students in 1967.
But let me ask, since ito ay isang RA, Republic Act,
Yes.
so ito'y naging action ng legislatura ng ating estado.
Opo.
But ang pinaka ng PLM ay Maynila.
Opo.
So paano 'yon?
Kasi po, ang talaga nitong RA na ito, ang nag-pass ay parang mga former mayors po ng Maynila.
Okay.
Like the former Mayor Lacson,
Yes.
Villegas. So sila po ang nag-pass nito sa House.
Okay.
So that's why Maynila po mainly at saka ang nag-fund ng bill na ito ay ang syudad ng Maynila.
Okay.
Apo.
Well, maganda yun, ano? Pwede pala mangyari yun na ang isang lokal na government, no, ay magkaroon ng isang batas na galing sa pinaka-estado.
Apo.
Okay? Pero ang funding mula noon ay galing saan?
Mainly po, ang funding ay nanggagaling sa siyudad ng Maynila. Yun po
Okay.
talaga. Una po talaga, kumbaga parang ang seed money for the university, for putting up the university, is galing po talaga sa siyudad ng Maynila.
Okay.
Apo.
Now, so this is what makes PLM unique in a sense, no?
Yes.
Compared sa mga ibang state colleges and
and
universities.
Yes po.
Oo.
Yes po.
So, ang curriculum na ginagamit sa PLM?
The same din naman po. It's because we also comply with the requirements of the CHED, the
CHED,
Commission
yes.
on Higher Education. So, yun po. Ang curriculum is the same with the other universities, state universities and colleges.
So, what do you call it? It's not a state university.
Hindi rin po. Hindi siya state university, hindi siya local university. PLM is unique in its own.
Yes.
Because actually po, even the CHED cannot define what PLM is.
Okay.
Yun po.
Oo. Pero dapat meron talagang pamantayan ng curriculum, pamantayan ng pag-aaral. So, common sa lahat yan.
Yes po. Yun naman po ay kung ano yung prescribed by CHED, yun naman po ang kinocomply din ni PLM.
Okay. And ang ibang mga state universities, for example, ang TUP, ay marami itong mga campuses. No? And I've been privileged to mga ilang occasions nagsalita doon sa mga campuses na iyan. Iba ang PLM ay nasa Maynila lang.
Apo, isa lang po ang campus ng PLM. Opo. So, doon po sa Intramuros lang talaga siya located. And hopefully, with the transformation of PLM in the coming years, baka po magkaroon na rin kami ng iba't ibang campuses. Hopefully.
Yes, kasi malaki na. I'll be asking that question later on.
Apo.
Pero yung RA mismo ay naipasa ito 1965.
Yes po, 1960.
Okay? Pero yung pagdiriwang nung naging anniversary
Apo.
ay parang bumabalik 1967.
67. Totoo po yun.
Bakit yun?
Kasi po, unang tumanggap si PLM ng students, around 550 po, in 1967, only in July of 1967.
After 2 years na
Yes.
ito'y maipasa.
Apo.
Anong dahil nun?
Wala pa pong structure si PLM at that time. 2
Okay.
years from the enactment of the law. So, dun pa lang po, 1967 talaga, nag-start ang
Oo.
school.
Kasi ito rin ay tanong din ng mga ibang galing sa PLM.
Opo.
At natatanong din sa akin dahil bahagi ako ng PLM Alumni Association. Kaya
Opo.
ano ba po talaga, Bishop? 1965 ba o 1967? Nung ito nga, yung pagdiriwang na ito last June, ay ang naging basis ay 1967.
Yes po.
Kaya naging 56th
Anniversary.
anniversary.
Apo.
Ang sabi nila, mas gusto namin yung 67. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi doon nagsimula yung batch namin.
Yes.
Oo.
Opo, the first
Kung
batch of
sa
that.
65 magsisimula, walang batch.
Opo.
Oo, wala kaming credit.
Opo. Tama
So
po
maganda
yun.
yun. So nung simula, ayan yung kopya ng batas na yan, no? It's good that we can have that. No?
Yes.
Now, ang tanong ko, nung nabuksan ang PLM, no, nagkaroon na ng mga estudyante, ano mga courses ang in-offer nung una?
Ang una po ay engineering. I think you are an engineer.
No, I mean,
No,
yeah,
you're
pero hindi ako doon sa batch na yun.
oo. Okay, hindi pa nga.
May kilala akong galing doon sa batch na yun na mas older sa akin, pero hindi ko nasasabihin kung ano ang pangalan nila.
Opo. And last week lang po, homecoming yung College of Business and Accountancy.
Yes.
So, meron po yon. Meron din po tayong mass communications. And then, nursing.
balita ko magagaling yung mass comm graduates ng PLM.
Opo, because we
Oo.
have...
Nasa industriya mismo.
Yes.
Oo.
One of
Yung
our
mga
board...
engineers din, of course.
Oh, yes. One of our board of regent, actually, si Miss Wilma Galvante.
Yes.
Yes. So, from GMA, and she's a graduate of the first batch, I guess, of the mass communication program.
Oo. Lalo na yung mga nurses.
Yes.
Balitang-balita ang PLM sa mga nurses.
Opo. Actually, maipagmamalaki po. For this year, ang College of Nursing po sa
Ayun, may picture kami
licensure.
ni Regent Wilma Galvante kanina, nakita ko. Yes. Anyway, pakituloy.
Yun. Di ba po, top 10, ito, lagi nga sinasabi ng ating University President, si Emmanuel Leico, na ang sa licensure exam, meron lang pong 10 slots, top 10. But 15 of the nurses kumuha ng licensure exam for nurses ay nasa top 10.
Wow.
Opo, 15 of them nasa top 4, top 3, top 9. So 15 of them nasa top 10 slots.
Now, alam mo kahanga-ha yung bagay na yan eh. Kasi we go back sa pinaka-uri ng mga estudyante sa PLM.
Opo.
Okay? Now, of course, pagpapasok ka sa PLM, you should be within the top. No?
Yes.
Top 20 ba o 15 na mga public schools within within Manila?
Within Manila po.
Yes.
Yung top, dapat talaga graduate ka ng Manila Public High School, but you should be on the top 10.
Top 10?
Yes, top 10.
Okay. Abay, mas ano pa pala,
Opo,
ano?
mas compressed and mas talagang
Yes.
ano siya.
Now, the students coming from these public schools, minsan ang perception, wala tayong mapapala dyan. But look at the performance.
Yes.
Na, minsan kasi, ang impression, kinakailangan, well, meron kang, maganda ang estado mo sa buhay, no, financially speaking, pero ito'y galing sa mga public schools.
Yes po. At
Oo.
saka yun po talaga ang mandato ng PLM is to give quality education to those who are less privileged.
Okay.
Yun po. So, kaya graduate ng public high schools ang ating kinukuha. So, kaya naman din po ang performance nila pagdating ng licensure exam ay talagang magaganda dahil sa inside PLM pa lang po while they are studying, salang-sala po talaga sila. Mataas ang
And all throughout, nung kanilang pagiging estudyante sa PLM, kinakailangan they should be maintaining
a
certain standards.
Yes.
Okay.
Apo.
Oo.
Dapat po yung kanilang GWA, the general weighted average, shouldn't go below 2.5. Yan po. And in some programs also, dapat mas mataas
Okay.
ang retention.
Oo. Pero syempre, you go from one school year to another, one semester to another, no? Kinakailangan may consistency
Yes,
sa mga
opo.
semesters na yan.
Apo.
Abay, mahirap.
Mahirap po.
Oo.
Actually, sabi nung mga graduates ng PLM, talaga daw very stringent yung ating quality ng pagsasala
Yes.
ng mga graduates.
Pero, well, this is a scholarship university.
yes.
Pero
free.
anong level ng pagtulong sa kanila? Is it just sa tuition alone or meron bang mga allowances pang iba para sa mga estudyante?
Well, yung allowances po na pumasok just recently during the administration of Yorme, Mayor Isko Moreno, because he gave the social amelioration program the SAP allowance of 1,000 for each student who resides in Manila. In Manila only. So that's the only allowance that the students from Manila gets. Pero tuition fee, miscellaneous, because of the third, even before the third Tertiary Education Act, libre po lahat yun.
Yes, of course. Alam mo, kaya I appreciate itong side ng tinatawag na PLM Scholarship Foundation,
Yes,
yung PLM SFI,
Yes.
no, na kapatid na organization ng PLM Alumni Association, sapagkat together, nag-uusapan namin ito sa board, no, ng dalawang organizations na yan, how we can extend help to students. Kasi syempre, okay na sila. Okay na ang kanilang tuition, no? Bukas na ang eskwelahan sa kanila. Ang challenge nila, yung galing sa bahay, papunta ron, pauwi sa bahay, and everything. So, tumutulong ang SFI sa bagay na yan.
Yes. And we are grateful with that partnership, with the scholarship sponsorship that you give. Actually po, hindi lang SFI, meron din po para matulungan ng ibang mga estudyante ng PLM. So that's why we also seek sponsorships, scholarship partnerships with other NGOs, companies who are generous to provide help.
Meron bang ibang mga attached na mga institutions, halimbawa, for example, ang UP, meron silang UPPGH, no? Where yung mga estudyante ng PLM can actually continue training.
Yes, for the allied health
Yes.
programs, that is for the College of Medicine, Nursing, Physical Therapy, and even School of Public Health, the new college of PLM, we have the Hospital ng Maynila.
Oh, yes.
Yes po. Doon naman sila nagtutraining.
Oh, that's good. Kaya pala gano'n na lang ang performance ng mga doktor at mga nurses, ano?
Yes.
Napakaganda.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, highlights nung founding anniversary, last June 19. Alam mo, unique ito dahil nakaspread ng 1 week.
Yes
At
po.
nagsimula ng June 19. No?
Oo.
At ang isang significance na bagay doon sa June 19 sapagkat ito attached naman sa ating national hero na si Jose Rizal.
Yes. Opo.
Oo.
Yung birthday niya. Yun po ang kagandahan ng PLM. Kasi dalawa po yung kanyang occasions na sineselebrate tuwing anniversary. Yun ngang anniversary ng school at birthday ng ating national hero na si Jose Rizal.
Yes.
Yun. Yun po, we started June 19, Monday. We had a parade. Simple lang po yung parade na yon, just around the Intramuros. Actually, hindi naman buong Intramuros kasi we don't want naman the traffic to really go
Siyempre,
bad
yes,
around the area. So, maikli lang po yung parade and napaka-energetic po ng ating mga estudyante. It was joined by the faculty, the administrative staff, lahat po nandoon at nagdiwang nung araw na yon. And we also had wreath laying up po doon sa ating monumento ni Jose Rizal inside the campus.
So from the university campus ay pumunta pa doon sa...
Hindi po, meron doon sa campus natin
Sa campus mismo?
Opo. Meron tayong Jose Rizal na monument po doon.
I
So
see.
doon nag-wreath.
Lalo yung advocacy na Gato Jose Rizal was taking hold nung kanyang kapanahunan.
Yes,
Oo,
opo.
tungkol sa edukasyon.
Yes, opo.
Oo.
Yun po talaga, mag-aral tayo na tulad ni Jose Rizal.
Oh, that's good. So ano pang mga ibang highlights? Meron nagkaroon ng sports, nagkaroon ng... Oo.
We also had alumni events nga po, alumni sports fest, na participated in by...
meron pang college of... lahat ng mga colleges ay featured.
Opo, featured po lahat. Yun.
Yes.
So, yung alumni events ng sports, faculty, students, na mga...
Kasama ang faculty?
Yes po.
Wow.
Opo. Kasi meron po tayong mga graduates nga, mga alumni ng PLM who teach also in PLM. So, kasama po yun lahat. So, yan. Tapos, nagkaroon po tayo ng kumustahan with our scholarship partners.
Yes.
Ng Wednesday, ng Tuesday pala po yun. And then Wednesday, we had our awards, recognition awards to administrative employees. Yun po. And then, alumni night last, yung Friday na po. Parang yun ang ating culminating event.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
Kanya nga lang medyo huli. Pero, well, it was a privilege for the Alumni Association to be invited to be there.
Yes.
Oo, at mga iba pa. You know, at alam mo palagay ko this can be a fresh start, no?
Yes.
Para sa atin, seeing na ibang PLM na ito
Opo,
nabanggit sa akin ni President Leiko yung population ngayon ng PLM goes to about 18,000?
Yes po.
Yes?
Opo. Since
So-
the pandemic. So,
Oh.
it's like, because yun po ang ano ng ating presidente ng
Yes.
universidad na tulungan naman po yung mga na-displace ng pandemic. Kasi meron po mga schools na nagsara, mga
Yes.
galing sa private schools. So, kawawa naman daw po. So, we have to help. Oh, by the
Okay.
way, nakalimutan ko po palang banggitin. Yun po palang first day ng
Ito, I had a
anniversary.
picture with President Leco himself. That was last June 23. Ayan.
Oh, yes. Opo. So, yun. I forgot to mention, meron po pala kaming talagang yun ang parang pinaka ng event ng Foundation and Foundation Week celebration is that PLM transformation.
PLM transformation.
po.
What about it?
Yun po ang pinaka parang project ngayon ng ating university president na to uplift, to improve the facilities of PLM for the students, for the faculty, for everybody, the staff. So yun po ang kanyang magandang mensahe.
Facilities mismo.
Yes, opo.
Well, I hope you don't mind me saying this. Nung panahon namin, no, of course, we tried to be masigasig, diligent students. Pero talagang blackboard lang kami nung araw. No, meron kaming certain laboratory ng mga equipment.
Apo.
No, kaya nung nagbalik kami ng aming batch ng ECE, well, sabi namin malaki improvement na ito.
Apo.
And during that time, bago mag-pandemic pa yon, you know. Pero I realized when I came from the university, pagkatapos pumasok ako sa industriya, you know, iba pala yung blackboard lang ka nakikita mo. Kaya totoo yung sinasabi mo.
Apo.
You know, well, hindi ko naman, but that's a reality.
Yeah.
No? We need to offer to students kung ano yung dapat na nakikita na nila para maging handa sila.
Yes.
So ito yung part ng transformation na ito.
Yes, opo. Opo.
Medyo malaking challenge yan, ha?
Yes po, pero very hopeful po ang ating university president that we can do it.
Of course, and everybody needs to contribute.
Yes,
Para
yes.
mangyari ito.
Opo. Kaya nga po, magandang partnership po talaga ang naumpisahan natin na alumni event. It's because ito na rin po yung umpisa ng relationship ng alumni, alumni ng PLM
Yes.
to maybe take a look back at their alma mater.
Yes. And you were saying something yung kanina, yung scholars, ano ba yan? Scholarship partners? Ano bang term doon?
Partners, apo. Scholarship partners po.
What does this mean?
Meron po mga NGOs, companies who are helping sponsoring our students po.
Oh,
They are giving allowance.
I see. So, ang bagay na ito ay hindi lamang pang scholar ngayon, kundi institutional and siguro dapat hindi lang yung estudyante but the university itself,
As a whole,
including
yeah.
the facilities.
Yes.
Abay, maganda yun. Yes.
Yun po.
And nabanggit mo yung mga kanina, no? You were telling me about yung mga performance ng mga iba't ibang. Would you have some information sa mga bago ngayon ng mga datos ng performance ng mga PLM graduates sa iba't ibang industries? Sa mga board, sa bar?
Yes po. Actually, ang historical po talaga performance ng mga students ng PLM who took the bar, board
Yes.
examination. Ang history po will show, yung mga datos po, will show that the average or the scores of the PLM graduates are higher than the national passing rate.
Oh.
Yes. Yun po ang aming maipagmamalaki talaga.
Higher than the national passing rate.
Yes, opo.
Uh-huh. Would you be able to refer to some information, yung mga performance sa mga bar ngayon o kaya sa mga in the past?
Like last year po, we have 100% I guess passing rate for the bar.
Oh,
And sa medicine,
yes.
meron din po tayo 100 passing and then may nasa top 10 po ata. I'm just not sure of the standing, pero meron po nun, wait lang, meron akong kodigo. Ayan. Actually po, sa education, a lot of programs po ng PLM, sa education, 100% passing rate din tayo.
Okay.
Yun. Tapos ito pala po, ang sa bar exam, 2020-21 bar examinations, 100% passing rate
That's
tayo.
great.
Yeah. And the national passing rate at that time is 72.28. So, nakuha po natin is higher. And PLM also was awarded as the best performing out of 58 law schools, which fielded 11 to 50 candidates in the November 2022 bar exams. And last Friday lang po, na-award tayo ng Professional Regulations Commission
Yes.
as the top 2 performing schools sa engineering.
That's great.
Yes. So,
Oo.
yun po ang mga performance ngayon ng mga graduates.
Mga
ng
kilala ko
PLM.
yata yung mga nandiyan dyan sa PRC na yan, yung mga chairman. Anyway,
So, yun. Sa engineering, yun po, 100% passing tayo. Sa business, meron din po tayong nag-top 4 sa accountancy in the recent CPA exam.
that's great.
So, yan po ang magagandang balita ng mga graduates from PLM.
Ito, yung listahan na yan,
Yes.
pinopost natin yung listahan para
Opo.
nakikita ng mga nanonood.
Opo, ito yung aming katibayan.
Yes. Now, yung mga nakaraang mga magagaling na nanggaling sa PLM, ay sana maabot natin sila. Siguro marami na sila nasa abroad, ano
Ay,
ha?
opo. Yan po
Oo.
ang aming wish talaga ng Alumni Relations Office na para po namin matrace kung nasaan na sila ngayon sana. Gusto
Yes.
namin makipag-reconnect sa ating mga alumni ng PLM.
Alam mo, mamaya before our interview would end, you will have that opportunity para manawagan sa kanila.
Opo,
Oo.
opo.
And, sa government service naman, meron bang mga nag-graduate na punta sa government service?
We have an alumnus, Senator Lacson
Okay.
is an alumnus of PLM. Yun po. And then, meron din tayong mga judges Hindi
Yes.
hindi ko lang po dala ang kanilang mga pangalan.
So, you would say na ang mga graduates ng PLM ay nakaspread, no? Sa
Yes.
napakalawak na spectrum.
Yes, opo. Across industries. Meron
Yes.
din po tayong mga internationally awarded. We have actually an alumnus by the name of Mr. Manny Mogato.
Yes.
He was a Nobel Prize awardee.
Yes.
Yes, and we recognized him.
Yeah, he
last-
was
there.
recognized last.
Yes, and
anniversary.
also, of course, the former regent, board member, regent, and the former dean of the College of Law, who is now the chairman of the Commission on Elections.
Yes.
George Reuben
That's great.
Garcia.
Eh, sa showbiz naman.
Sa showbiz, we also have.
Oh.
Opo, meron tayong Michael V.
Oh, talaga.
Yes, we have our Michael V. And there's also a beautiful lady. Sorry, I forgot the name. Pero nag-appear siya sa Miss Saigon. She's
Okay.
A graduate of our College of Humanities, yung CHAS, sa MASCOM.
Alam mo, kaya tinatanong ko ito, para makita ng ating mga audience, na napakalawak ng spectrum. We're not just talking of one institution na maliit sa Maynila. No?
Maliit
ngayon ay
na
malaki
eskwelahan lang po.
Oh, maliit na eskwelahan.
Opo.
Sapagkat ang impact, ay malawak sa ating
Yes.
lipunan.
Opo.
At hindi lang sa isang segment lang. Okay? Yung nurses nga natin And can you imagine, I was privileged to be at a conference ng Philippine Nurses Association.
Opo.
And which was hosted mismo ng alumni ng PLM Nursing
Opo.
Nursing Association. And I was so glad sapagkat very respected nila. At pati yung kanilang conference ay mismo yung tungkol sa curriculum na ginagamit ng PLM sa nursing.
Opo.
Well, alam mo, Madam Dina, this is good. Sapagkat our aim sa aming What's Brewing is to let everybody realize kung anong nangyayari ba sa lipunan natin. And sometimes we're too much weighted sa mga ilang issues ng lipunan, ng politics and everything. Minsan naiiwanan natin yung mga kabataan.
Apo.
But we need to raise them up. We need to make them grow. At maganda na meron tayong, of course, babalikan ng mga institutions katulad ng Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. Oo. And lalo pa, meron mga katabi tayo dyan.
Yes
Katabi
po.
natin katabi
Madami.
natin ang Intramuros Golf. Na paboritong laruan ng mga alumni.
Apo.
No?
Apo.
At of course, yung Rizal Park. Paboritong pasyalan ng mga
Apo.
estudyante. Kahit walang pera, no? Yung awit na yan.
At ang ating Fort Santiago.
Oh, yes. Oo. So varied. Iba ang setting. Okay? And of course, nasa Maynila.
Apo.
Oo. One of the busiest areas around. Pero
Yes.
kahit naroon tayo sa kalagitnaan na yan, there should be learning.
Yes.
Okay.
Apo.
Alam mo, Madam Dina, maganda yung kwentuhan natin. Kwentuhan lang naman ito.
Apo.
But thank you for being here.
Thank
Now, the time is yours. You have the opportunity to call, batiin mo yung mga graduates ng Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. Invite them to come on board.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you po.
Yes.
Thank you, Bishop, for having me and this opportunity. Actually, we would like to call on the alumni of Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila, lahat po ng batches across the years and yung sa mga various programs. We would like to reconnect with you saan man kayo naroon. You can actually log in to the
Yes.
PLM website. And there's a post there, may QR code po ng for alumni. I
Yes.
think parang it's an alumni survey. We would like to get your credentials, kung saan po kayo ngayon, kung saan kayo connected, and your interest as well. Yun po.
Ayan. Well, thank you, Madam Dina, for gracing this show. At ito po, ayan, coming mismo sa pinaka-public relations office at alumni officer ng Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. Huwag kayong aalis, magbabalik po ang Lighthouse Cafe.
Thank you.
Kung tutuusin, malayo na rin ang aking narating. Pero Saan nga ba to nagsimula? Nung umpisa, binigyan lang ako ng mga laruan, tsokolate, at isang libro na punong-puno raw ng kwento. Di ko naman maintindihan. Wala naman kasing litrato. Natuto akong magbasa at magsulat. Sabi nila, magaling daw ako. Hanggang sa nakatanggap ako ng ilang mga medalya at mga parangal. Habang tumatagal, nadadagdagan ang mga daladala ko. At marami pa akong gustong idagdag sa mga to. Simple lang naman ang lahat sa umpisa. Di ko na malayang bigla na lang naging komplikado. Napapagod na ata ako. Kailangan ko na lang bilisan. Bibilisan ko na lang para makarating na agad ako. Hindi ako susuko. Kaya pa to. Kaya ko pa to. Kung tutuusin, malayo na rin ang aking narating, pero hanggang dito na lang ata ako. Ang bigat-bigat na rin kasi ng mga bagahe ko. Isa-isa ko itong pinulot. Nakita kong muli ang libro na walang litrato. Sobrang dami ng bit-bit ko. Nakalimutan ko na dala ko pa pala to. Sabi nila, magaling daw ako. Akala ko tuloy, kaya ko. At hinding-hindi ko pa nararanasang sumuko. Yun pala, para magtagumpay sa mga pagsubok sa ating paglalakbay, kailangang isuko sa kanya lahat ng kabigatan at pasanin. Kung tutuusin, malayo na rin ang aking narating. At patuloy kong kakayanin dahil sa bawat umpisa at dulo ng pagod at pighati, narito na ang kanyang biyayang aakay sa akin.
Ikaw ba ay nagtatanong kung bakit ka naglilingkod sa Panginoon? Ang sagot ay hindi mo matugon, pagkat ang puso
Mga usaping in, mga paksang trending,
Mga talakayang may kabuluhan.
lifestyle at kulturang sariling atin.
Buhay Pinoy, pag-usapan natin dito sa
Espresso
Espresso Self!
Ayan, Erica, slam book question muna tayo. What's your favorite sport and why?
No, parang napaisip ako, Harvey's. Parang all around tayo.
Wow!
De, pero yon, siguro yung mga nalaro ko lang siguro nung college is usually basketball or volleyball. Pero kung paglalaroin mo ko ngayon, baka hindi ko na rin talaga magawa.
Ito, may trivia ako. Alam mo ba kung anong sport ang considered as a world sport?
World sport. Ano
May
ba
idea
yan?
ka ba? Sige, ayon actually sa sporting blog, football ang tinaguriang world's most popular sport with fans of more than 3 billion around the world.
Wow! At alam mo, Harvey, nabasa ko nga rin yan na ang football ang isa sa mga team sports na very accessible to everyone, regardless of age, gender, physical fitness, and even yung ating economic situation.
Right, I agree. At nakikita naman natin ang pag-angat sa kasikatan ng sport na ito kahit dito sa ating bansa.
And we're happy to have an expert in the field straight from Saipan, Harvey. So we'll welcome to Lighthouse Cafe, Coach JERSH Angeles, isang football coach sa Northern Mariana Islands Football Association, Saipan. So yan, magandang araw po, Coach!
Welcome to Lighthouse Cafe, Coach JERSH.
Hi, good evening. Magandang gabi, and I'm really happy to be here, and yeah, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, actually.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so-
very interesting yung topic natin ngayon, Harvey.
Football.
no?
So actually,
Yes.
Coach JERSH, before we go into the question, so maybe can you tell us more about yourself, what you currently do? So are there any other things that keeps you busy these days?
Yes, actually, talking about busyness. So I'm the coach of the Northern Mariana Islands Football Association, and that's my full-time job. And aside from my full-time job, I also have a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Like you guys, you have a YouTube channel. Yes, I'm into airsoft also, the sport of airsoft. I just recently joined, and now I'm the spokesperson of the Saipan Tactical Airsoft Group. I also do fishing. I also do running. And lastly, I also have an online business. And this online business is I cater or I provide customized sports apparel here on the island. So talking about busy, yes, I'm really busy.
And talk about all around, Harvey, parang si Coach
Yes.
din yun, no? So siguro po, mag-zoom in lang po tayo dun sa football, no? So, ano
Sure.
po ba ito? Paano po ba kayo nag-start with this sport? Or bata pa lang po ba kayo? Ito na yung parang nakahiligan nyo? Or just now po?
Actually, basketball talaga. Because, Filipinos, they love basketball. And then, when I was in De La Salle Subel, that's when I started playing soccer until I graduated fourth year high school. But then, college, because that was the time na ginagawa yung Skyway. So, imagine from Laguna, I traveled to College of St. Benil. It takes me 4 to 5 hours just to travel. So, I said I cannot
Dedication.
combine my college and sports. So I stopped during my college time. Then when I moved here in Saipan, 2005, there was a team that was looking for players. So I joined, and they're mostly American. So I was the only Filipino actually in that team. So I started playing, and then 2010 there was a football club that needed a coach, and because the president for that club, he likes soccer too. So he knew me that I was playing way back in Philippines. So he invited me. Then it started from there actually, 2009 or 2010. Then up to now, more than 12 years, 13 years, I'm still coaching and playing soccer.
Nice. Erica, siguro, na-curious lang ako, Coach, so briefly lang, what's the difference
Yes.
between soccer and football?
Okay, actually, that's a good question. So there's no difference actually. It's the same thing, but because in the US they have the American football, the American football, the oblong ball. So they call football in the US soccer, and because we are a US territory, we use soccer here. But around the world, aside from the US, we call it football.
I see.
At na-curious din
that's a
ako,
new-
Harvey, kasi yun nga po, sinabi namin na it's from Saipan sa Northern Mariana Islands. So, ano po ba parang, it was parang an opportunity lang po na sa Saipan talaga, or parang isa din po ito talaga sa naging choice nyo po na sa Saipan po mag-career path?
No, actually, I came here and I started working in a restaurant actually because I'm a hotel, restaurant, and institution management graduate from College of
Great.
St. Benil. So my intention really was to work in a restaurant or hotel. But then after 4 years, 5 years, that's when actually what part owner of the restaurant that I was working, and he is also the president of the NMIFA or the association that I'm working right now. Yeah, he knew because we were like soccer buddies, the president of the NMIFA. So then that's when he took me from the restaurant and okay, actually not full time yet, but after working in the restaurant, I go in the afternoon to coach the players, and then until NMIFA grew, they needed full-time coach, so they took me. So now I'm a full-time coach for more than 13 years now.
Wow, 30 years.
Yes.
And siguro, parang curious din po ating mga viewers no, na paano nga po ba nagiging interesting itong football, no? Kasi I think while booming pa lang siya sa Philippines, so hindi pa talaga siya parang yung top of mind pag sinabi sa Philippines. So siguro, Coach, pwede nyo kaming i-introduce sa sport po na ito.
So sa Philippines kasi, when I grew up, mostly private schools lang yung talaga may opportunity to play because private schools have the soccer field.
Right.
But now, because you just mentioned earlier in your introduction, it's the most popular sport. It's becoming really very popular around the world. Actually, now even this is when they started the ASCALs, Asong Kalye or street soccer, because when it started growing, so everywhere na lang, kahit sa streets, they don't need a goal, they just need a ball, right? They can just create their own goal and then they can just play anywhere. So actually, they are more skilled than the football or soccer players as well. So yeah, I think in the Philippines, it's really growing. It's actually more teams, more foreigners getting involved, more youth getting involved. So I could see that Philippines is on the right track. I mean, yeah.
Actually, parang meron nga akong nakita, Coach, recently, and Erica, na even sa BGC or sa McKinley, merong mga foreigners that are actually teaching kids, like let's say on weekends. So even with these young age na talagang in-introduce na sa kanila yung sport na football.
Yes. Actually, when I visited, I think 3 years ago before pandemic, I made sure that I was able to go to BGC and play, even if it's a small field, though. Ang daming tao kasi naka-reserve, so we had to reserve a spot, and I was able to play few games with, random people. And yes, there's a lot of actually foreigners now. And then, because I live in Laguna, there's a football club in Binyan. It's the Stallion Football Club, and I knew the coaches, so they were able to let me also train with them. So, yeah. Yes.
And I think maganda rin to, no, para sa mga bata, no, na para natitrain po sila into sports, no. And for sure yung mga magulang po ay naku-curious din kung paano ba sila magjo-join sa mga ganitong pong mga trainings, ganyan. So siguro po ano mo ba yung somehow requirements pagdating po dito, parang meron bang dapat certain age kung kailan sila pwedeng mag-start, mag-train, ganyan, or certain body types po ba? Does it,
or mga skills required?
Yes.
There's no body types, number one. There's no age. I would tell you in NMI, there's as young as 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. And I am the coach actually of these very young ones. So we call it the grassroots. Every Saturday, parents would bring their kids, 3, 4, 5, 6 years olds, and then we do fun drills, fun games. It's not like playing against each other, because first we want to get the kids' interest in football. We want them to keep coming back, because the first encounter, the kids' first encounter on this sport is very important. If they see that boring on soccer, or I don't want to go back, it's very difficult. So we make sure that this is really fun, and at the same time we instill those technical side of football that we want. But they will not even recognize. They will just keep playing and playing, but they don't know that they're already developing as a soccer player. And up to 66 years old, 76 years old. Actually, we have different divisions. Yeah, we have different divisions here. We have the moms divisions. We have the top, the second division, yes. And there's youth. So this is actually, NMI is very, a very small island, but we have all the programs. Unlike, let's say, the Arab countries where girls cannot play, where younger ones are not allowed to play. But here in NMI, all ages, male, female, they're all welcome to join because we have all these divisions. So that's the good thing about here, the soccer here or football here in NMI.
Well, actually, Coach, we also heard na meron kayong advocacy or you have this specific organization that you're also helping pay for the competitions of kids, even yung youth local and abroad. So can you tell us more about this?
Yes, actually, this NMIFA, this is a non-profit organization. We get funds also from Asian Football Confederation, East Asian Football Confederation. And then if you are in the national team, because I am the coach of the national team, this is the highest team that you can join in NMI, like ASCALs, like Philippine national team. Let's talk about like that, Philippine national team. So you can join the clubs, but representing NMI, representing this flag that I have right now, is the national team level. If you are in the national team and you are called to join a tournament, like last few months ago, we were in Thailand. I think you guys showed the photo earlier. We went to Buriram, Thailand. I brought the under 17 girls, and one of the players is my daughter actually. So I was so happy bringing my own daughter to the tournament. So all the tournaments, if you are in the national team, the airfare is all this is the one that we just came back from Buriram, Thailand. This is the under 17 national team. The airfare, the hotel accommodation, the meals, the uniforms, everything is free. Just play for your country. Just play for NMI. So this is a very good opportunity. Even the coaches, we don't pay a single dollar or a single penny. Just play for the national team, represent the NMI national team. So this is a good opportunity for the kids. You know, very touching actually that many kids here in NMI haven't been outside the NMI. So we were so touched, we were so blessed to know that these kids actually some of them were their first time to leave the island, to travel, to be on to actually ride the plane. So this is a very good opportunity for a lot of kids, especially in the future, that they get to travel for free. They meet soccer players from different countries. Up to now, they're actually, messaging the people that they meet from different countries. And they have a good future because a lot of colleges, universities in the US offer scholarship specifically for football players. And we help them. We contact these colleges, these universities, and we talk to the coaches of these colleges to help us, consider players from NMI as well. So, yeah, that's my job.
So, very interesting, no, Harvey, yung mga na-share sa atin ni Coach. And siguro ang tanong ng karamihan ay, paano nga ba magsisimula? So, how do they start? Siguro po with the training, no? And for our viewers to have din yung parang idea, no? So siguro parang kunyari sa isang training po ba, Coach, parang meron po bang budget range na kailangan po i-ready or ano yung mga equipment? Kasi baka sabihin naman nila, baka naman mahal yung
or
mag-start.
May specific shoes ba na kailangan na suotin para po sa sports na ito?
Okay, so for here, NMI situation kasi, we actually just you have to join a club. This is the first thing. You have to join a football club. We have 8 football clubs here in NMI. And then that club will help you. They will be the ones conducting the trainings. So when I talk about clubs, this is from the youth to the adults. So different divisions, different divisions. So they will they will be in charge with the trainings, and they will provide the uniforms. So actually, some clubs, they just charge you with for the registration fee. That's it. But some clubs, they also charge for uniforms. Yes, but mostly, most of the clubs here, they charge for only the registration fee. Now, if you need to play, you have to invest on the soccer shoes. So our field here in NMI is artificial. So if you see the BGC field, it's artificial. So you need a specific soccer shoes for this kind of turf. You need long socks, because inside the long socks, you need the shin guards. So you don't want to get kicked on your shins, because it's really painful. So that's why we have the shin guards. It's required. And of course, matching uniforms with your teammates. So that's it. And then you're ready to play. There's no such thing as, oh, you should have played for the professional. No. So again, any age, any level, no body types, we accept everyone. Even there are some special kids actually joining. So yes, just last season there was a special boy that joined, and he was with his uncle, but then he just kept running, so we allow him to just keep running. So but he started kicking the ball. So yes, with or without experience, actually you are welcome to play.
Erica, I'm just curious as well, no, na Coach, do you think in the Philippines talagang magbo-boom siya yung interest with football, just like with other countries?
Yes, I believe so, because first, again, it's the most popular sport. Number two, the football kasi is evolving. And then there's a lot of technology involved in football. And people nowadays, the kids nowadays, they're also in technology. It's also popular in social media, and the soccer icons. There's a lot of soccer icons, very popular soccer icons that these kids are looking up to. So I think yes. And then when I go to Philippines, when I check the football in Philippines, I've seen a lot of clubs, teams joining, programs. Yeah. So I think yes. I think later on, yes, of course, they would develop more.
So, ayan, I think marami na sa ating mga viewers, Harvey, ang interested dito sa football. Pero I think meron din po kasing mga parang nagko-contemplate, kasi parang inisip nila, nako, baka masaktan yung anak ko dyan kasi may bola, ganyan. So, siguro po, meron po ba kayong advice dun sa mga ganun po na medyo nagko-contemplate pa to start with this, with this sport, no? Or ano po ba yung mga parang safety measures na sinusundan po ninyo?
I would recommend to watch, maybe bring your child to a game or to a practice, and make your child observe, watch, if he or she is really wanted to join, then please, let them join. It's a contact sport, and I would not say it's 100%, there's no accidents or no, I don't know, because it's a physical sport, and if you look at the field, it's 11 versus 11 with one ball. So imagine that 22 people fighting for one ball. So of course there's physical contact, but again, there's different levels of football that you can join. There's amateur, there's professional, there's recreational. So I would suggest, if it's first time and you are concerned about this, please join those recreational leagues or recreational games. There's also like pickup games. We call them pickup games. There's no referees, there's no coaches. We just call players. Oh, who wants to play? Let's go play. So I think they can start with this, the pickup games, where it's not intense. There's no competition. You just play for fun. Yeah.
Yan, napakaganda, Coach. No, maraming salamat pa sa inyong mga naibahagi about football. Ayan, Harvey, any thoughts?
Actually, I would like to really thank Coach Jersh dun sa mga na-share niya na information. And I'm sure, gaya nga nabanggit mo kanina, I'm sure marami nang interested even from kids up to the parents na talagang
Good.
to put these kids or to put the rest of the Filipino dito sa sport na football.
And Coach, you may want to invite our viewers po, no? Sila bagit niyo may YouTube
YouTube
channel.
channel.
Ayan, or any message po for our
Never mind the
viewers.
YouTube channel. Okay.
Ayan, sige.
No, my YouTube channel actually is about food. I go around the restaurants here and I go take a video of how they prepare and cook the food. And then at the end, of course, I will taste it. So this is my YouTube channel. I call it Flexing the 670. 670 is the area code for NMI. Flexing, like showing off what 670 can offer. And at the same time, I also help the establishments promote their restaurant, right? Because I have a YouTube channel. So we just give and take. Sometimes they don't let me pay for the food. So I enjoy the food. But then, yeah, because kasi this is my line before hotel and restaurant. So I chose to focus on food. And then for the sport, if I encourage everyone to, if you don't want soccer, it's fine, totally fine. There's some players, I have former players that stopped playing soccer, but then they move to a different sport. I would say, please go ahead. But again, I still encourage everyone to pick a sport, choose one sport, try. If you don't have a sport, then if you have a sport already, keep playing and keep enjoying your sport. So there's a lot of benefits, not just healthy lifestyle. It also teaches you respect and discipline, and also life skills. Kasi pag my team, if we go on a different country, they're away from their parents, so they have to be more responsible and more independent. So it's funny actually, kasi some kids are spoiled. They don't know how to wash dishes. They don't know how to
Wash their clothes.
just laundry their underwear. I mean, right? But then when they go off island or go different countries, they are forced to do it. So it teaches them life skills as well. So yeah, that's the benefit of sports.
Right?
Yes, and it's also a time para parang mag-move away sa gadgets, no? So ito, maganda rin na meron tayong ma-check din natin yung ating mga physical health. So again, maraming
Thank you,
salamat po,
Coach
Coach Jersh. Siguro yung
thank you very
restaurant
much.
niya is for another episode. Pero yan, wag po kayong aalis. Magbalik po tayo with Bishop Reuben Abante in Hebrews.
Welcome to Hebrews. Ito po ang portion sa ating Lighthouse Cafe na naglalayo na bigyang daan sa ating mga buhay ang mga ilang biblical principles na may kinalaman po sa mga pinag-uusapan natin. Kanina sa ating What's Brewing ay napag-usapan natin ang edukasyon. Ano po? At bumalik tanaw po tayo sa mga kaganapan doon sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. At ito naman, sa ating Espresso Self ay binigandaan din natin ang mga kaalaman tungkol sa sports. Mga bagay na may kinalaman po sa ating pinakakatauhan. Okay? Edukasyon. Pagkakaroon ng kaalaman. Pagkakaroon ng karunungan. At kaunawaan. Well, may I share this with you sa Proverbs chapter 4 and verses 5 to 9. And this is what the Bible says. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Saan man pong larangan ng kaalaman, maging ito man ay sa intelektual, ito man ay kaalaman tungkol sa mga pagkilos, sports, for example. Ano po, ang bilin ng banal na kasulatan ay kumuha tayo ng karunungan. And with thy getting, ang sabi, get understanding. Hindi po ito dapat na isinasatabi natin o ipinagwawalang bahala, understanding. Matapos ang kaalaman, knowledge, kinakailangan ay ang karunungan. At matapos ang karunungan, kinakailangan ay mayroong kaunawaan. Okay? Maganda po yung meron tayong kaalaman. But that is just the beginning of things. Ano po? Maalam tayo sa mga ilang bagay, maalam tayo sa mga ilang subjects. Subalit, yung pag-a-apply po sa mga kaalaman na yan, pumapasok ang karunungan. At sa pagkilos ng ating karunungan ay kinakailangan ay meron tayong magandang platform o dahilan o purpose. Doon pumapasok ang understanding. Kung kaya ang sinasabi ng banal na kasulatan ay ito, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her or exalt exalt wisdom, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Alam niyo, ginagawang parang pine-personify dito si wisdom, sapagkat napakaganda ng gagawin ng isang karunungan sa isang tao na mayroong matibay at magandang pundasyon ng kaalaman. Now, sa ating pong lipunan, ay nais natin na mga tao, mga kabataan na may kaalaman, of course, meron silang karunungan sa pag-a-apply ng kaalaman. Ano po? And then, of course, ay dapat mayroong tamang platform yung kaalaman upang maihatid natin ang dapat na kapakinabangan sa lahat ng bagay nito. Kailangan natin ng understanding. Paano po ang magandang gawin? Well, the Bible also says this. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Wisdom, understanding. Of course, ang sabi natin, knowledge muna. Pagkatapos, i-apply ang knowledge, then we have wisdom. But then, ang sabi ng Bible, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Kung meron na po tayong karunungan at na-apply na natin sa mga practical na bagay, ang mga napag-aralan na natin, Ang sabi naman na nakasulatan, ang takot sa Diyos, ang simulain ng karunungan. Kung kaya nga po, ang relationship natin sa Panginoon, sa Diyos, sa pamamagitan ng Kanyang salita ay napakahalaga. Hindi po natin gusto na meron tayong mga degree, meron tayong mga kakayanan, sang-ayon sa mga natutunan natin. Sapagkat kinakailangan natin ng takot sa Diyos upang ang aplikasyon ng lahat ng ating kaalaman ay naisa sa ayos. Halimbawa, base sa the fear of the Lord, ang takot sa Diyos, ay nagkakaroon tayo ng pag-iingat na tayo po ay hindi lumalabag sa kalooban ng Diyos. At kapag ang ating kaalaman at ito'y ia-apply natin sa isang karunungan at meron tayong takot sa Diyos, ay magiging napakaganda po ng resulta ng karunungan. And that would lead us to understanding. You see, ang sabi ng Colossians 1:9, for this cause, we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of His will in all wisdom. Maganda po na mayroon tayong kaalaman sa mga iba't ibang larangan ng pag-aaral. Subalit, add to that ay ang kaalaman din naman ng kalooban ng Panginoon, the fear of the Lord. At ia-apply natin yan sa lahat ng karunungan. Ano po? And spiritual understanding. Sa bagay pong ito, makakakontribute ang lahat. Makakapagbahagi ang lahat sa magandang patutunguhan ng ating lipunan. Okay? Ang mga problema natin like corruption, problema natin sa mga hindi tamang kaugalian, covetousness, mababawasan po yan. Hindi po sikreto ito. Ang kailangan natin is the fear of the Lord. Sana po ay naging pagpapala sa inyo ang bahaging ito. Ito na naman po tayo para sabihin na napakabilis ng ating oras, ng ating kwentuhan. Bakit kaya pag talagang kwentuhan,
Mabilis po.
mabilis ano?
Hindi
Pag
ko
yung
namamalayan.
nagtatrabaho ka, ang tagal, parang
Ayun na.
pagkwentuhan lang. Anyway, but thank you for joining us today. At palagay ko po talaga napakaganda at kapag-pakinabang sa atin ang mga napag-usapan natin.
I agree po, Bishop. So we'd like to thank again our guests for this evening. So Ma'am Dina Mendez and si Coach JERSH Angeles.
Yes.
At kung nabitin din po kayo, ay pwede niyo pong balikan ang ating mga episodes sa ating Facebook and YouTube channels. Hanapin niyo lamang po ang Lighthouse Bible Baptist Church at ang Great Commission Television. Make sure na naka-like, subscribe, at i-share niyo na rin po ang mga channels na yan. At syempre, download niyo na rin po ang ating Lighthouse Spectrum mobile app. Libre po yan sa Google Play Store at sa App Store.
I-download at i-install sa
At
inyong mga
buksan
gadgets.
po, Bishop.
Oh, yes, of course. And so join us again on Monday next week, same time, 8:30, for another live broadcast of the Lighthouse Cafe,
Where good talks happen.